Heyo! Welcome in or welcome back to my channel. We are gathered here today to experience the final episode, episode 12 of Amnesia. There is no season 2 to my knowledge, no movies, no nothing like that, so it truly is the end. And am I sad about it? Honestly, no. Am I still confused about most everything? 100%. And it's okay if we can just agree to disagree. But if you do have more insight than me, solely based off of this anime, not on the Ultimate game, please feel free to give me all that information in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, for the final time, let's hop in. Okay, a little bit different for the final one. Everything is on fire. This whole campus is going down. They already had an explosion a few weeks ago. So, this whole campus is doomed because of her. That's crazy. Literally a stab to the dome right there. I don't know why he didn't just... I'm sorry. I'm not trying to give a technique to it. How is that locked now? Just plot. Okay, what? You can lock it from the inside? Why do you look surprised? What? Exactly. This, as the good side of Ukyo, I'd be upset. Oh, she was supposed to die. What? The first time, how many times? Yeah, because she had no survival instincts, like I said on episode 1. So you started hopping? No, it's not that casual. How did you do that? What? You shouldn't have been hopping to those timelines. Which he is. She got forced into the actual main timeline. And now it's her turn? Then you died? You should have stopped hopping to different timelines. You're the reason that this is happening to her. So it's all because of her. I know his legs are faster than. Just stab her. You over here choking her up. So. So because. Okay, so one of the ways that he died was in the well. Why did you look? Why did you look in the well? We are watching him fight himself now. Here we are. Mm. Yeah, I was like, he had to have developed it from an accident. How many times exactly? Like, just exactly like this. Yeah, because it was your fault. Stop jumping to different worlds. How did you do that? How? Neil? Who the heck is Neil? That is the most American name. Yes, Orion, be the voice of reason. And we're going into this building. Lord Neil? Who is that? We're just throwing people. What? And you bumped into her to help her? I don't understand. Yeah, it's a fire and it's at the bottom. You died at the hand of your own blade. She decided not to run. I I don't know who Lord Neil is. We're just tossing names out for the final episode, but and I think Lord Neil had a hand in making sure she didn't survive anyway. Through his own hand? Is that... Did you stab yourself in the heart? Please don't move him to the next timeline. You're still going to burn to death in here, okay? Grab the knife and toss it. He'll bleed out because the knife is not there. Not that he's not already, but it'll make it faster. And also, he won't have a weapon. So maybe if you just run, he won't be able to choke you out. Take the keys before his other side comes. She still has no memories of you guys together, by the way. This This was the main timeline. Holy moly, this show sucks. Smile for him and go. Yeah. It's his fault that you've been having. I don't know. As you were supposed to be. You weren't supposed to exist there. So what was the point of us watching all those other whatever. All those other timelines were a waste. Exactly. They were meant for other people. Besides Toma, I didn't like Toma. After the like first maybe after one you're like, ah man, maybe I should try again. But after like 3 times, at most four, then you should have been like, you know what? It was enough to see her. If she's gonna keep dying because of me, maybe I should just, end this. Yeah, before he jump over to a new timeline and kill you off in that one. Yeah, who knows how many times he's done things to you. Yeah, this month, yeah. He's killed you off in so many timelines, it's not even funny. Like, even 5 is too many. Die! You have a knife in your heart. Let the other side come out and just hold you there. Y'all can burn up together. The fire is right there. I know that floor is burning his back up. Randomly, it's just gonna be like Lion King, all the fire is extinguished from the rain. Well, she survived. Oh no. What? Okay, what's going on now? And where has Orion been? No. We have stuff. We have an episode. What? Save him from his personality disorder. Give him his own voice. How did he lose his power? Because. What? What? I don't understand. Because you let him. Excuse me? No, he caused you pain. Of course. You should have said you wronged her first. He primarily, it was entirely. She was regaining 0 memories. Merged. Ah. What? How? This makes things so much more confusing. Shen. He moved him to the next timeline. So you actually died. So wait, that means Shen was the main timeline? Well, I guess secondary, I don't know. For her, then the main timeline. For this version of her, the main timeline was Shen's. Thank you. Yes. Don't say what about Yukio. Don't do this. All bad, I'd say. Not really, but which was a good like 60% of the time. True. That one right there. It was actually because of your creator. I don't feel anything for this moment, really. Yeah, this cycle would have continued. Ugh. As if I can handle any more of that. I would have let myself die? Yeah. You don't gotta tell any of us in the audience. Purely just because she's... Lord Neil is even more interesting, to say the least. Seeing as he just... Or they just... This too much. There is no more working together. It's over. It's time for him to go. I'll be gone. Why'd the quality just go? You don't need that. Please tell me all of this mess gets put out of her head. All of these timelines will be wiped, right? That's good. I hope she forgets about all the awfulness of everything as well that Lord Neil put her through. I can't. That's your gateway home? Ooh, kind of nice. Please tell me it's Shen's. And I hope you're a better person for him. No, it's the ending theme. One final time. You know, let me have this. This is my reaction, of course, you know. Some of you might have, like, Orion probably grew on you, but, like, this was Orion's job, and Orion did it poorly. I mean, his creator is the one that fucked it up anyway. Unless you're trying to become a fairy, just go through the door. This feels like this is like some folk music. I love it. Also, if she can return to her original world, then would she not be going off that cliff? Or, like, I don't know. Or that means that the cliff wasn't actually a problem and she would have still lived. Sayonara. What? And then you choose who you want to be with. Ukyo's in the middle. You have to go with the heart. So this is how they wrap up the fact that it was an Ultima game. And you get to make your decision of what path you want to go down. But how does she know who's associated with what? We are here for the final overview of Amnesia. While it was a very extremely excruciatingly confusing ride, it is now over, and it is time to bid it farewell with the final thoughts. So, I don't feel like they wrapped up the timelines properly. Like, to me, it was just like, because she definitely died in the other timelines due to Ukyo, and it's like, we got thrown this name, Neil, Lord Neil, like, what? Just randomly. And I will say that on the site I was watching it from, the comments are like, yeah, I love Ukyo. Like, he didn't deserve all the pain and suffering. Oh, he's my favorite. Oh, I know he did awful things to her, but like, it's okay. He didn't deserve the pain. And I'm like, run that by me again. Were we not seeing the same things? Like, we didn't even like get introduced to who he was. He just seemed like an evil figure, and he was majority of the time just this overhanging like shadow monster person. How did anybody get to the point of liking him just from like an episode and a half? Like, I don't. Okay, 2 episodes, but still, it was just like, do none of you guys have survival instincts? Uh, I don't know. It's due to him and this Lord Neil who decided to merge with him to grant him his wish. Like, you just granting any wish, by the way. Why are you hopping timelines knowing that they both can't exist? And we have no clue what happened to Ukyo. I guess he got returned to the original timeline, but like, if he goes back to his original timeline, then is she not there anymore? Because this version of her then the consciousness is from Shin's timeline, right? Like, I know, okay, this overview is going to be disappointing, I feel like, because I'm still confused. And I think the only way to do this is to have picked one path, honestly. Like the other anime in this set, my reverse harem slash I guess ultimate game set of anime, then you can't tell that they're ultimate. At least I don't think you can. Obviously, I'm filming these out of like they're all over the place, okay? But honestly, I don't feel like you can. But with this one, it's so noticeable that it is such a detriment, honestly. And it's like she's able to fall for all of them, and I don't get that either. And I feel like she was so uncomfortable with Shen because he was like actively like wanting to make it work, and he was honest with her and everything. But it was like, and like we don't get to see that. Like, yeah, she got hit by a car or something, but it was like you don't get to see what happens the next day for any of these timelines. Like Iki's fangirls are still gonna hate her. The like we don't think like is she ever gonna tell Iki like, hey, I had amnesia. These girls, they're awful. I'm not gonna do these reports anymore. You need to tell them off. Like, and none of this information is it even saved in the version of her that gets taken back to like the certain time. Like, those Toma assaulted her, or he was going to. You know, that's not safe. Like Ukyo has killed her many times. The timelines that we've seen are that's only four of very many. And of course, this fifth timeline where he finally gets his wish. This was the final timeline of him looking for his wish to see her again. All of this happened because of Ukyo and Lord Neil. Lord Neil needs to get his powers taken away permanently, okay? But he's the creator of all the fairies, so I guess, you know, whatever. Whatever there. But I feel like it's bad writing of some sort for this anime. It shouldn't have been adapted if this is how it was going to be handled, in my opinion. And that's why it's an opinion. Obviously, we can feel differently, but I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I think it was pretty awful. The ending did not. The only redeemable part of this is the fact that Orion was like, "Yeah, I don't think I really helped too much," and that was the truth. It really was. Lord Neil kept moving her to a different consciousness when he would allow her to die because of another person's wish. So how many awful wishes has he granted where he just allows another person to die because of what one human wishes for? Like he's killed her off in so many timelines that I'm just like, you're an evil fairy. You're an evil fairy king or whatever you are. Like that's not okay. And I feel like I'm going around in circles. It is very logical to just say this anime was not for me. But I do want to bring attention to the Ultimate game, which you can find on Steam. And maybe if it wasn't your cup of tea, like this wasn't my cup of tea, then perhaps the game will do better for you. And I will read from the Steam page now. You, you awaken to find your memories gone. To learn the truth behind your amnesia, you'll choose from 5 romantic paths, each its own world. With 20 plus endings, can you write the lasting love story you deserve? Or will your love and life come to an end? It has very, very positive recent reviews and very positive English reviews. The release date is from, oh wow. I wonder if that has some significance. The release date is from August 25th of 2015. And if you remember correctly in this episode, she had to survive until midnight. So going from August 25th into August 26th. I wonder if it's actually like that in game. I think it is because, like, I can just, like, look. I think that's really cool. The affection, trust, suspicion stuff. Mm, you got Sawa. I don't know if certain people actually show up, but obviously that's not really important for these panels. So you see, like, 8-1. I think that's cute. A certain Shen. Kent. Which he seems a bit more expressive in this. And this is 8-11. Kind of reminds me of Persona a little. I don't know. 8-7. 8-11. 8-7. Oh, you do see Sawa. 8-14. It's been 4 months since I was invited to your school to put on that sham of a lecture. So they explain more of the lore between, or for the characters and all that. I wanted to ask this for a while, but right now, how do you feel about me? Am I a childhood friend to you, family, or do you actually accept me? That I'm your boyfriend? The kissing. It's cold. It's August. It's just, I guess there's little mini games. even with Ukyo. Yeah, so it's a lot going on. The developer's Idea Factory, you'll see that I always credit them in the description. It's a visual novel. I have personally never played a visual novel, but if you want me to give it a shot, then maybe. This game is $10 on Steam, so if you want to go check it out for yourself, I'll be leaving the link in the description below. But that is going to do it for the entire series and the final overview. My rating for this episode is 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 playing cards, each with a different symbol on it. So it makes sense that there would be 5, huh? And for the entire series, I would be giving it either a 2 or a 3. I'll give it like a 3. A 3.3 out of 10. And it's going to be 3.3 out of 10 heroines. Yeah. The ending didn't feel right to me because there are so many endings for the original media that it stemmed from. And it's just very noticeable to me. And there's so many wrongs that were not ever righted. So many plots that just didn't get fulfilled. And the timeline that she's going to, I don't believe is the timeline that her and Ukyo are would be together in. Ukyo obviously lost her in his timeline, and I feel like that should stick. And he doesn't exist in any of her other timelines, so that means she was not meant to be within any other timeline. The timeline that her consciousness came from, or Orion said it was from when she fell off the cliff with Shen, so I believe she should be going back to that timeline, which would make that the main timeline for her, not the main timeline for Ukyo, of course. And I hope I've been able to say that all in a proper, like, understandable way. But obviously, if not, then I guess it's full circle and I've become just as confusing as the show. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Please leave your thoughts and feelings and favorites all in the comments. One final time for this anime. I'd love to read it. I'd love to have you in this community. So please like, no dislike, we do not do that here. If you don't like, then just leave. Or tell me why. You can't just dislike something and not tell me why, you know? And go ahead, share it if you think you have a friend that needs to agree with this, or you have someone that you want them to see a different opinion from their own. Yeah, that's it for this one. It was a ride and a half. Huh. I think I had the biggest feelings for this one out of the 3. And that's because there were other things besides just excitement put into it. But yeah, please subscribe. It would make me the happiest. And I'll see you in the next thing that you decide to watch from me. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Love. Jasmines. And bunnies.